Hey there, guys. Welcome to another episode review, this time of Tales from the Darkside, this time of episode 15 from Season 1, Answer Me, which is directed by Richard Friedman, based on a story by Michael McDowell, and it's a one-woman show. The one woman who is pretty much the only actor in the entire episode is Jean Marsh, who plays an actress named Joan Matlin. Now, Jean Marsh, you might be familiar with her as Queen Bavmorda from Willow. That's what I remember her the most as, is as, the one of the most memorable villains for me personally, Queen Bavmorda from Willow. So this episode is pretty straightforward. Jean Marsh plays a struggling actress. She's a commercial actress named Joan Matlin, and she's staying in an apartment that she was lent to by a friend of hers. And she gets constantly annoyed throughout the episode by the ringing of this phone next door. And of course she bangs on the wall, and not only the phone ringing, but banging is on the wall too. So she's not only getting annoyed by the incessant ringing of the telephone, but she's also getting annoyed by and pretty much scared to the point where she can't sleep by these just bangings on the wall, on the wall next to her. So eventually, as the episode goes along, she eventually tries to venture into the room on her own, uses a credit card to open the door, and goes in and finds there's nobody in there except this one phone. And so she's like, what's going on? So she tries to use the phone to call the phone company to disconnect the phone, but they're saying, do you own this room? It's like, no. It's like, well, we can't disconnect it. So then she has to deal with that, and then she ends up not getting any sleep, so she goes to her audition and she doesn't get it. And then eventually what happens is the episode goes into pretty weird territory near the end of the end of the episode, where she goes into the room one night because she can't fucking sleep. The phone's still ringing and the banging on the wall, and she goes in and she's pissed off. She tries to go after the phone, and the phone comes to life, and it ends up strangling her with the telephone cord. Because this is an episode, this is a show that was released it was made in the 80s, folks. So there's no such thing. I guess there was a cordless phones, but mainly what you got was corded phones. So she gets strangled by this the telephone cord, and then you find out some little bit of story too, either earlier or afterwards, that the person who lived in that room, committed suicide, and they don't know why. And so I guess the only reason, there's just an evil phone. There's an evil phone in this apartment that just kills people. And it makes it look like people committed suicide, which I don't understand how anybody can actually strangle themselves with a telephone cord. But, whatever. But I thought it was sufficiently creepy, though. I was surprised by how creepy the episode was, considering how ridiculous the subject matter is. I mean, it's a fucking telephone that strangles people. I mean, come on, it's got to be completely retarded and not scary at all. But the fact that it was completely unexplained, I think, was pretty scary to me, because much like, Michael Myers being the Shape, you don't know why he kills anybody. You don't know why this phone exists or why it's killing people. And I thought that was actually pretty creepy, to be honest, to know that you have no control over the situation. Just go into a room where you think there's just this annoying person who has a bunch of people calling them. They're really popular, but you find out there's nobody in the room except a phone, and then it ultimately ends up strangling your ass. I mean, that's pretty terrifying, that an inanimate object, such as a phone, could kill you. So, I mean, think about it like if you did an update to modern day. What if it was a cell phone? You could just use your cell phone, and all of a sudden your cell phone could come to life and kill you in the middle of the night. I mean, that's pretty terrifying. It's ludicrous. It's ridiculous. It would never happen probably in real life. But the idea of it, I think, is pretty terrifying, because that's a vulnerability, the unknown. Like, no one would expect a phone to kill them. So, I thought was actually pretty well done. Also, I thought Jean Marsh did a great job. She played a nice, kindly old actress lady who wasn't a total evil bitch like Queen Bad I thought she really pulled it off. Like, she kind of reminded me of my own grandmother. So, uh, I guess she can play other roles than just Queen Bavmorda. But anyway, yeah, I thought the episode was pretty good. I wouldn't say it's a great episode, but I thought it was a pretty good episode. Mainly because it was yes, it was a cheap episode, but I thought the story was interesting enough. I thought the performance by Jean Marsh was good. It was nice to see a woman show. I think this was like one of the first episodes of the season that had one actress being, the whole focal point of the entire episode. And so I thought it actually did a great job. And also the premise, I thought it was pretty creepy. So anyway, thanks for watching my review of Answer Me, and I will see you guys later. See ya.